hand over the mic to Councillor Akif Akbar, who will just explain his journey to how it came about for him to go and study this autistic student and what the course of that meeting entailed and what she experienced.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So since yesterday evening, along with Brother Ali, local masjids, community leaders, we've been dealing with this issue, and I won't repeat what Hafiz Mateen has already said. We've attended at the school, and through my large social media platform, I've kept the community updated, got rid of these rumours that the Quran was burnt or anything else of that nature. Whilst this has transpired after Jummah Namaz today, I had a message from a lady who is sat next to me. She's the mother of the autistic student that was involved in this incident. And she put forward to me what happened, how it happened, what her version of events are, what she did as a mother, and the predicament that she now faces. And I looked at the message. It was a very long message, and I looked at it for about 5 minutes, and how do we deal with this issue? And at the end of the day, we're Muslims, we have a responsibility to people. So I agreed to meet her and to attend at her home address. I attended with Brother Wakash as a representative from the masjid, and we spoke with her son. Her son is highly autistic, and I can't use them words lightly. Now, he is somebody that's very interested in gaming. On the morning of the incident, he purchased a Bible. In the evening, he was playing the game Call of Duty on his PlayStation, and he told his friends he'd purchased a Bible, and they decided to take the Michael out of him. They're making fun of him. Anyway, these kids, as they do, they put bets on the winner gets to tell the loser what to do or what the dare is. And in this instance,
don't leave on the chair. It's okay. Leave the chair. Let us continue, inshallah.
And in this instance, the circumstances were the other child said, "I want a Quran. You purchased a Bible. I want a Quran." Somewhat of a joke to begin with. So the young lad has purchased this Quran off Amazon, and it's arrived on Wednesday outside the school grounds. His involvement is he handed it over to the other child. Now, that's where his involvement's ended. However, he has of course been rightfully so expelled from school. Nonetheless, his mother faces a huge predicament where her son has acted in this manner, and there's a huge uproar amongst the Muslim community. Now, when I attended, her mother has of course shown her remorse, the predicament she faces, and her child, who's, again, I can't highlight enough how autistic he is. He put forward how sorry he was, but again he went a step further. Off his own back, he sent a message to all the Muslim students who he knows, whose number he has, apologising to them, advising he didn't comprehend the level of upset this was caused. He also wrote a letter, my understanding is, to the school, explaining his actions and apologising. He has, in my opinion, gone above and beyond. Further, he's carried out research on the internet, and myself and Brother Wakash were quite surprised on the amount of research he'd done on the Quran. Whilst on Sunday he had a very limited understanding on the importance of our holy book, today he had a decent level of knowledge, and we tested him a little bit. What have you learned? What have you learned from your research? And he advised, I'm now aware that when you touch the Holy Quran, you must put it in a high place, you must wash your hands, and how important this is to Muslims, and that this is the word of God. Now, brothers, sisters, all that are here in our community, we face an issue of safeguarding a child who is autistic. He has received a number of death threats and threats to beat him up, etc. And again, as Hafiz Mateen said, passions do flare, and sometimes we let them out in the wrong manner. Now, mother has had to inform the police and say, look, my son's had X, Y and Z threats. However, to her credit, she understands the situation and has advised the police that she does not want any of these children to be prosecuted, and she only asks that her son is not harmed. Now, these are people, in my opinion, a very good family with a good upbringing, and she is a very good mother who has come here today into our masjid. And for me, sitting right here, it's intimidating. So you can only imagine how it is for her. And she wishes, of her own back, to come and apologise to the Muslim community for the actions of her child. And I'm also going to put forward that this young 14-year-old was open to attending the masjid himself, an autistic 14-year-old, to apologise for his actions. But personally, I felt that was inappropriate for him to attend, and maybe somewhat of a traumatic experience. So only mother is here today. So those people who do have children at Kettlethorpe High School, I would urge you to the highest degree to please advise your children to not act in that way, to not be violent. It's a very, very sensitive situation. We're not dealing with the EDL or something here, we're dealing with 14-year-old children. I will hand the mic back to Hafiz Mateen, but again, please all appreciate the seriousness of the situation, and a big thank you to all the brothers that have been involved in trying to resolve this, and also the police and the school. Thank you.